You're tuning into the deep dive because, well, you want to get smarter faster, right? Get those aha moments, but without, feeling buried in information.
Exactly. And today we're diving into something pretty fascinating.
We are. We're looking at the mindset behind the success of Chris Bumstead's CBum, as most people know him.
And it's a mindset that I think you'll find goes way beyond just bodybuilding. Sure, he's an icon physically, but we're digging into the mental engine,
The driver.
Yeah.
How he thinks, tackles challenges, stays on top. That's the core.
Mm.
So yeah, this deep dive is not just a CBum biography. It's really a mission to map his journey. Sure, from the start to, 4 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique titles.
4 consecutive, yeah. Incredible.
But more than that, we want to pull out the key mindset stuff, the actionable bits you can actually use.
So where he began his rise, the mental principles, and like you said, the practical lessons.
Exactly. Ready to jump in?
Let's do it, his beginnings.
Okay, so Chris Bumstead, born in Ottawa, Canada, February 2nd, 1995. And what jumped out at me right away was how he saw bodybuilding early on.
Oh, yeah.
He called it sculpting a work of art. That's
right.
Different, isn't it? More than just lifting.
It really is. It suggests a real intentionality, like a focus on the aesthetics, the shaping, makes you think about that classic physique division he dominates.
Right. That artistic eye, maybe.
Could be. And, for anyone listening who thinks, oh, I need to be perfect before I start something big.
Yeah.
CBum's early days are, super encouraging on that front. He wasn't this natural, athletic powerhouse.
No, he's himself. He was skinny, kind of shy, doubted himself.
Which is huge. It makes him human, makes his success feel, less impossible.
Totally. So the big takeaway right there, you really don't have to have it all figured out or be perfect to start. He started at 16. Local gyms, basic stuff.
Driven by curiosity, right, and just wanting to learn.
Exactly. Not about having the best gear from day one.
And that curiosity, that's such a powerful engine, isn't it? It fuels the learning, the trying things out, bouncing back from failure.
Yeah, that internal drive. He actually has this quote, something like, "The secret to success isn't where you start. It's how far you're willing to go."
Oh, I like that. That flips the script, doesn't it? Less about built-in talent, more about pure grit.
Totally. It's about the commitment, the long haul.
And he wasn't just, mindlessly lifting either.
No way. He was proactive. Reading nutrition books, watching workout videos like crazy, trying to find mentors.
Taking ownership of his learning.
Right. Which, for you listening, if you're someone who likes to really understand things deeply, that's key. That insatiable curiosity he had, he went looking for answers.
Yeah, that's classic high achiever stuff. Not waiting to be taught, but actively seeking knowledge, being okay with being a beginner again.
And that early mindset he had. If someone else can do it, so can I. Wow, what a foundation.
It's all about possibility, isn't it? Rejecting those limits before they even form. Seeing other people succeed and thinking, okay, how? Not, oh, I can't.
It's such a powerful way to start. Okay, so he has this curiosity, this drive, this belief.
Yeah.
And he starts making noise in the fitness scene.
People start noticing him, his style, his dedication.
Yeah. And then comes the big turning point, deciding to compete in Mr. Olympia.
Which is, that's the Super Bowl of bodybuilding, going from maybe national level to the absolute world stage.
Huge leap. The pressure, the competition, everything ramps up.
Massively.
And he didn't just show up.
Yeah.
He won 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Classic Physique champion. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022.
That kind of streak at that level,
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal. Speaks volumes about his consistency, how he adapts.
And staying there, it's one thing to get to the top, another to stay.
Exactly. Which brings us right back to the mindset, doesn't it?
It really does. Because, okay, the physique is undeniable, world class. Yeah. But what really separates him, it seems, is how he thinks. This idea of continuous mastery.
It's not like, okay, I won, I'm done. It's constant refinement, always improving.
Yeah, like success isn't a destination. It's just the process.
Yeah.
Training, diet, recovery, and the mental game, always pushing.
That resonates, I think, with anyone trying to achieve anything long-term, never being satisfied.
He put it perfectly, didn't he? It doesn't matter how many times you win, there's always someone trying to outwork you.
Right.
So what do? You work even harder. That refusal to get complacent, even at the very peak, that's powerful stuff.
It shows that deep internal drive. It's not just about the trophies. It's about being better than yesterday. That relentless effort.
Okay, so we've seen the journey, the incredible rise. Let's really get into the nitty-gritty of that champion mindset now. It's clearly not just muscles.
Oh, definitely not. At that elite level, the mental game is probably the biggest piece of the puzzle. And one huge thing with CBum is controlling what you can control.
Yes. That's such a universal lesson, right? For anyone facing any kind of challenge.
Absolutely. Because think about it. Injuries happen, people criticize you online, the pressure is immense.
All things that could totally throw you off course.
But he seems to just focus. Focus on his own prep, his effort, his response, not wasting energy on stuff he can't influence.
He reframes it right. He said, obstacles are just opportunities disguised as difficulties.
Exactly. Turning roadblocks into stepping stones, that's mental toughness 101.
And another thing that really shines through is gratitude, which might sound a bit soft, maybe, for a bodybuilder.
Not at all. I think it's crucial, especially for perspective.
Yeah, despite the fame, the wins, he seems genuinely humble, appreciative of the process, the people around him, even the struggles.
Gratitude keeps you grounded, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in that high-pressure world. Stops you from getting entitled, maybe keeps you focused on what you have.
He's got that great quote, too. Be grateful for the process, not just the outcome.
Love that. It's about finding value in the day-to-day grind, the learning, not just waiting for the big win.
Appreciating the doing of it.
Which ties back to perspective, really. How you choose to see things.
He said, the difference between success and failure often comes down to your perspective.
Yeah.
Interpreting setbacks, interpreting wins even.
Totally. Is a setback a disaster, or is it data? Is a win a reason to coast or fuel to keep going? It's that conscious choice.
And he seems to make that choice every day. Like, okay, yesterday happened, good or bad. Today's a new shot, a new chance to improve.
That mental reset button, not getting dogged down by the past, that's so important for sustained performance.
Focus on the present, the opportunity right now, that resilience.
Exactly. Emotional regulation, keeping that forward momentum.
Okay, so we've unpacked his journey, the mindset pillars. Now let's really boil it down. For you listening, what are the key things you can actually do with this, the takeaways?
Yeah, the practical stuff. Well, first off, that idea, discipline is freedom. Sounds weird, right?
A little bit.
But it makes sense.
It does. Building those habits, that structure, it actually gives you more control, freeing you from just reacting all the time, right? Trading short-term comfort for long-term control. And then just the sheer power of continuous effort.
That relentless work ethic, the stuff nobody sees. It's just fundamental. Consistent action adds up.
It's the compound interest thing, right?
Yeah.
But for your goals, small deposits every day.
Exactly. And we have to mention embracing adversity again.
Definitely. His path wasn't smooth, injuries, setbacks.
But those become the teachers, don't they? They show you what you're made of, build resilience, like resistance training, but for your mind.
Good analogy. And lastly, I think staying true to yourself.
Yeah, his authenticity. People connect with that. He doesn't seem to chase trends or try to be someone else.
He seems grounded in his own thing, his own why.
Which is huge in today's world. With all the noise online, knowing who you are and sticking to your path, that brings real fulfillment, I think.
So wrapping this deep dive up, CBum's story, it's really way more than muscles and trophies, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a masterclass in mindset, in pushing through, in learning from everything.
And that's valuable for literally anyone trying to achieve anything.
Precisely. It's about building that winning mentality, whatever your Olympia is.
So here's the challenge for you listening. Think about what we've talked about. What's one small thing, like one concrete step you can take, inspired by this, to edge closer to your goals?
Maybe it's consciously focusing on what you can control today. Or looking at a challenge you're facing and trying to reframe it just slightly. Or just committing to that consistent effort, even if it's small.
Just start. And remember what CBum said. Success isn't for the lucky, it's for the dedicated.
Keep that in mind on your own journey.
And know that, honestly, the potential you have is probably way bigger than you think right now.
Yeah.
Keep exploring, keep pushing. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.